Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of information and extract the knowledge you need fast.
Uh-huh.
Today, we have a monumental mission, dissecting the definitive conclusion of the entire Dark Company saga, specifically focusing on the sixth and final book of this arc, An Evil Thing 6 End of the Dark Company.
Yeah, this is the big one.
This deep dive is tailor-made for you, the reader, who needs to understand precisely how centuries of curses, modern political conspiracies, and multiple resurrections finally resolved.
That's absolutely right. We are not just summarizing the plot, we are analyzing the final devastating moments of Trey Alexander's generation-spanning conflict.
It's a huge story.
It really is. This story traces its roots from the original Henson family curse, right up through the bizarre and unsettling machinations of Sean Long's terrifying alliance with President Elon Musk. It truly is the ultimate synthesis of ancient lore clashing violently with modern dystopia. Let's unpack how these threads weave into a final explosive tapestry.
Our focus today is deep. Hey there. Want to share your thoughts on this?
Hi, this is Keenan Bedford. Again, of course, I'm in this episode as well as I was in the last episode of Revenge of the Dark Company. I will be following along in this final arc of the Dark Company saga and basically explain the characters that appear here and all of that. So that's what I will do.
Oh my god, Keenan, welcome back. That is incredible.
Welcome back to the deep dive. This is awesome.
Having the author of the saga listening in is the highest honor. Thank you.
And it makes perfect sense that you're here.
You're definitely in this final arc, especially since your name is Keenan Tyrell Bedford, or TBZ.
You're in the pages of this book.
And we know TBZ is tied up in cosmic conflicts in his own dimension.
But his proxy, Tyler Caldwell, is here to help.
Tyler Caldwell is a key part of the expanded hero roster we are about to discuss.
That's right, the Angelic Warrior.
So please, chime in whenever you like with your insights.
We want to hear your perspective on this final arc.
It's the end of the Dark Company, but we know that doesn't mean the end of all darkness.
Okay, let's unpack this for the listener now.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
Our focus today is detailing the final battle.
We want to analyze the surprising and earned redemption.
Understand the definitive end.
Or maybe the permanent ceiling of the Dark Company's power structure.
This concluding volume answers one massive question.
Can a man break a curse born of blood and ancient rage?
Can he do it using only the power of his will and the family he chooses?
A truly powerful question.
To appreciate the scale of the resolution found in Book 6, we must contextualize the history.
Right, we need to grasp the nature of the enemy.
This conflict is multifaceted, rooted deep in the past.
But it escalated rapidly into a present-day crisis.
When we look at the core of the struggle, we see two intertwined conflicts.
The ancient curse designed to last forever.
And the very immediate, very personal live family vendetta.
Precisely. The central conflict began with the Henson curse.
The sources tell us this curse was a vengeful act.
It was initiated by Trojio Henson and his family following the massacres of the 1780s and 1860s.
This was way back.
Way back. And it was a mechanism designed to persist through bloodlines.
Ensuring generational trauma and rage.
And it only paused because certain ancestors stepped in.
Exactly. The good ancestors, Shidachi and Alondra.
Who were part of the ancestral tribe targeted by Trojio, interestingly enough.
Wait, so the same tribe involved in the origin was also involved in sealing it?
Yes, that duality is fascinating.
Part of the group that suffered the massacre later tried to contain the monster.
Okay.
And the spark that reignited this ancient fuel came from the modern Lai family feud.
Right. We know Trey's father, Darnell Alexander, killed Raiden Lee in 1999.
Which is a huge event.
Huge. And then Trey himself killed Shen Li a few books prior.
So double the reason for revenge.
That's the foundation of the modern escalation.
Now, Shen Li's children, Shan Li and Shana Li, are obsessed with ultimate revenge.
They see the collapse of global order as a justified means to settle a score.
And they're using everything at their disposal. Old magic, new tech.
They are utilizing the oldest evil and the newest technology.
That intersection of the ancient and modern is where the threat became existential.
The resurrected threat leading into Book 6 meant the villains had primal generational evil.
Absolutely. In the previous book, the antagonists successfully resurrected the true architects of the curse.
Ryan Henson, Shenandria, and the original Trojio Henson.
The sources themselves.
These ancient evils became the spiritual generals of the Dark Company's final movement.
And this brings us to the terrifying modern element.
The crucial new alliance. Sean and Shana Li aligned with President Elon Musk.
Which just sounds wild, even saying it.
It transforms the curse from a supernatural problem into a massive geopolitical one.
And we see that political leverage used immediately.
Musk is deploying elite super soldiers and, crucially, AI husks.
For the listener who hasn't encountered this jargon, what exactly is an AI husk?
That's an important point for clarity.
The sources describe the AI husks as mind-controlled, disposable soldier chassis. Think robots.
Heavily armed, devoid of organic life, and remotely deployed by the thousands.
So perfect cannon fodder for a global takeover.
Exactly. They represent the ultimate unfeeling face of fascism that the Dark Company adopted.
Starting their global takeover in DC and New York with California next.
That juxtaposition is chilling. Ancient spirits carried out by robotic soldiers.
And the ultimate goal tied directly back to Trey Alexander's family, right?
It did. Their entire mission focused on claiming Triton, Trey, and Gabriella's son.
As the final vessel necessary to make the curse eternal.
Triton, who already had his own struggles with the darkness.
Right. He was the key to immortality for the curse itself, making it permanent.
So, to fight this monumental force, the heroes needed an epic team.
The sources detail a greatly expanded team roster and some serious new allies.
Yes, so of course, as you see here, of course, we see the new characters, of course, Sean Lee and Ziana Lee, and of course, we see Randy Henson, who was seen at the end of the last story, Revenge of the Dark Company, and of course, the mission is to take over the world and basically use Randy as the power source for the curse, and of course, yes, Randy looks exactly like Trey, and of course, all the heroes now need to know.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Keenan.
That is the perfect summary of the new villain leadership.
Sean Lee and Shauna Lee are the new driving force.
And Randy Henson is the tragic, corrupted center of the whole plan.
That near identical appearance to Trey is key.
The villains resurrected Randy, who looks exactly like Trey.
Randy is described as an ultimate weapon for the curse.
He's the father of Victor, Gabriella, Adriana, and Brian.
He was a man of peace and love before the curse got him.
And Shenley's son, Sean, wants to use Randy as the ultimate power source.
Because he's a pure descendant, a mirror image of the main hero.
It makes the final confrontation incredibly personal.
It's all about that physical and familial connection.
A truly brutal strategy by the Dark Company.
Okay, let's circle back to the hero roster.
We need to define the full team fighting this threat.
Trey Alexander is still the primary target.
And he is constantly mistaken for his lost half-brother, Randy Henson.
A tragic confusion constantly exploited by the enemy.
The core group is there, of course.
Trey, Sam Puckett, Adriana, Brian Roberts, Victor Henson, and Alondra.
But the critical additions are the Ancestral Guides, Shitachi, and Grayson.
They bring the knowledge needed to fight ancient evil.
Exactly. They know the history and the weaknesses.
But the most crucial new asset, maybe, is the proxy.
Tyler Caldwell.
Tyler Caldwell. He looks and acts like TBZ.
The hero of an entirely different dimension.
Yes. He is the powerful proxy for TBZ.
Who is tied up with cosmic-level conflicts way above this pay grade.
Tyler was specifically described as an angelic warrior.
He was sent from the TBZ universe to fight this corruption.
He brings a level of power using fire and lightning abilities
that the team desperately needs to combat the resurrected ancestors.
He's the external divine intervention required.
Okay, with the players and stakes defined, let's jump in.
Oh, go for it.
Yes, Tyler Caldwell, of course, he is almost like TBZ. Instead, he uses a staff instead of using just fire lightning powers. And of course, we kind of start seeing newer characters later as well as we go along. And you actually kind of know the history of Tyler's backstory. And of course, the reason why TBZ was not there.
That is a fantastic point about Tyler Caldwell.
Yeah, that staff is crucial.
He brings a different methodology than TBZ.
He still has those fire lightning abilities.
But he channels them through the staff.
It's his ancestor staff, right?
Exactly, passed down from his grandfather, James Caldwell.
And without it, he'd be vulnerable.
It acts as his key to balance and power.
So it's not just a weapon, it's a focus.
It definitely is. You touched on the history.
Oh yeah, the angelic warrior backstory.
Tyler chose his own path after rejecting what he saw as slavery.
Even if it was for the light of heaven.
That's why he's such a great proxy.
He knows how to fight evil, but he operates independently.
He's not bound by the rules of his home dimension.
He's fought demons, incubi, and even took on Logan 30 Acre.
He is clearly a force of dimensional chaos fighting for good.
And you are right about TBD not being there.
He was summoned by the Dragon Bros.
Yeah, dealing with a multi-dimensional collapse threat.
Way above this pay grade, as he said.
So Tyler steps in as a relative, linking the legacy.
It validates the idea that even if the primary hero can't be there, the fight continues.
And speaking of new characters, we will absolutely discuss others as we go.
Especially Cove, the new AI super soldier.
And Trey's cousin, Elisa Thomas.
So let's jump into the action now.
The story opens.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, Cove was in the last story, so some of the characters that were in the last story are in this story as well. So Cove was in the last one, and of course, the newer characters that are coming.
That is a great point.
You're absolutely right.
We mentioned Cove as the new hero contingent.
But you're right, Keenan Cove was introduced in the previous book.
He was brought in by Sam Puckett.
Right after the explosive victory in the previous volume.
In Revenge of the Dark Company, Sam introduced Cove.
He's the newest AI super soldier model.
Not based on a real person, just raw talent.
And, crucially, full-on loyalty to the Alexander family.
Cove's presence in Book 5 set up his importance here.
He was already acting as a guardian, watching the porch.
And even helping Trey with those quarter reports.
Making him feel like family already, which is the key.
Trey even calls him brother.
So when Book 6 opens, Cove is fully integrated.
He's the loyal protector and, yes, a familiar face.
The book immediately leverages his skill,
He intercepts the live signal for the new California base.
providing that critical intel for the counterattack.
He is the definition of a recurring character.
One who evolves from a protector to an essential strategist.
So yes, Cove is definitely back for the final arc.
And he's instrumental in setting the final act in motion.
The story opens after a year of fragile peace is violently shattered.
Yeah, peace is instantly shattered by the new threat.
The Dark Company signals a massive new base activation in California.
Thus Trey's home territory, making the threat incredibly personal.
And this immediate threat forces Trey to engage right on his doorstep.
And, as we just discussed, Cove plays a critical role here.
Cove is a critical element of the new hero contingent.
He immediately steps up as Trey's family protector and intel source.
The sources confirm his operational expertise immediately.
He intercepts that live signal regarding the new California base.
So he provides the intel for the heroes.
Exactly. And he confirms that the AI signatures match old Dark Company blueprints.
This validates Trey's suspicion that Sean Lai is behind the resurgence.
It provides the necessary intel for the first wave counterattack.
And while the immediate threat is technological, this is also a family war.
We see Trey's cousin, Elisa Thomas, join the fight in California.
Daughter of Jasmine Alexander's brother.
Yeah, Elisa Thomas joining the action is a powerful thematic point.
It shows the Alexander bloodline instinctively drawn to fight the darkness.
She just shows up ready to fight alongside Trey.
Pretty much. She joins the fight already possessing tactical skills.
Confirming that Trey is not alone among his family makers.
But the narrative...
Oh, go for it.
Well, Alyssa Thomas actually was in New York, so yeah, she actually does join the team later when they come back to California to battle. So we'll get to that eventually.
You're absolutely right, Keenan.
Thanks for the correction.
Elisa Thomas, Billy, and Jordan Lee were part of the initial team fighting in New York.
That's where they make their debut, saving New York.
They were part of the Iron Heroism Resistance Group.
Exactly, joining up with the main team at Lila's Armor.
And then, after the victory in New York, they head to California.
That's right, they're then fully integrated into the team roster.
And that's where her tactical skills really shine, especially in the final battle for California.
She is Trey's cousin, after all, Jasmine Alexander's niece.
Which means she is family, reinforcing the theme that family fights together.
Okay, let's now look at the core strategy shift.
The narrative hinge for the entire war comes from Shitachi's critical truth drop.
This is a massive shift in strategy.
Shitachi, the ancestral warrior of light.
Right. Delivers the ultimate ultimatum to the team.
He confirms that attempting to seal the curse again is futile.
It won't work long term as it keeps evolving.
The only definitive way to end the suffering is to destroy its source.
Destroy them, not steal them away temporarily.
The ancestors themselves must be annihilated.
The hero's strategy fundamentally changes right here.
Wait, let's pause there because this presents that fascinating duality again.
Shitachi and his daughter Alondra are part of the ancestral tribe.
The tribe that put the original curse on the Henson family.
The tribe that suffered the massacre.
Now they are demanding elimination of the curse itself.
It seems their motive shifted from vengeance to recognizing the curse's corruption.
Initially, maybe the curse felt like justice for the massacre.
An eye for an eye, sort of.
But it became this monstrous entity over 2 centuries.
Corrupting innocents like Randy and threatening the entire world.
They realize the tool of their justice has become total evil.
They know it way out of hand.
Therefore, annihilation of the source is the only path left.
Wow. That realization dramatically raises the stakes.
They are fighting for the complete elimination of ancient evil.
Exactly. With that new, grim resolve, the heroes launch their immediate counteroffensives.
Starting with the urban battles.
Right. The first major target is the successful liberation of New York.
The tactical planning is impressive here, utilizing their new allies like Elisa.
They use the power of the good ancestors to isolate the biggest threats.
Trojio Henson is pinned down by the combined spiritual strength of Shitachi and Bryson.
So they take him out of the equation temporarily.
Pin him down, yeah. This strategic isolation gives Trey the opening he needed.
To test his own evolving power, the awakened ability.
Exactly. Trey, utilizing the energy dormant inside him, unleashes a powerful force.
The sources describe a visible blue aura pulsing around him.
Okay, channeling that raw energy into a psychic blast.
This blast hits Trojo with such force that it shatters the surrounding AI husks.
And super soldiers like a wave hitting dominoes.
Whoa. So it's not just physical.
No, it's a focused mental annihilation of physical resistance.
Trojo is subsequently shackled and captured.
Eliminating one of the main resurrected ancestral forces, that's a huge tactical victory.
But the next confrontation sounds much more terrifying on a personal level.
The Washington.
Yes, the whole battle in New York actually was kind of a great moment, of course, and we kind of see Billy's character and Jordan's character and Alyssa's character, and of course, the other characters battling against the super soldiers, and Tyler had a good moment as well. And I kind of like how we saw George, Ricardo, all of them fighting together with Brian and the others, so it was a good thing.
You are absolutely right, Keenan.
That entire New York chapter is a major high point.
And it perfectly showcases the sheer scale of the hero roster.
We saw Billy, Jordan, and Elisa from the Iron Heroism Resistance group.
They weren't just background characters, they were on the front lines.
George and Ricardo using their heavy blasters and working with Sam's smoke grenades.
It was a beautiful display of combat synchronicity.
And of course, Tyler Caldwell, who the source says was like a mythic warrior.
He cleared an entire block, unleashing his staff's full power.
Fire, lightning, and agility. A perfect proxy for TBZ.
He definitely earned that superhero statement from Billy.
Tyler's role was instrumental in taking out the elite soldiers.
And it showed that the team needed more than just Trey's power to win.
They needed strategic coordination and new allies.
The victory was absolutely a unified team effort.
Which is exactly why they could move on to the next major target.
Level.
The Washington, D.C. infiltration.
Yeah, this DC confrontation is pure feral terror.
Focusing on the sheer insanity of Shauna Lee, Sean's sister.
During the infiltration, Trey and Adriana encounter Shen Lee's daughter.
Shauna is explicitly described as insane.
Her obsession with revenge having warped her mind completely.
She is chasing them with blood-curdling screams.
A visceral, horrifying sound in the corridors of the corrupted building.
Just screaming and chasing them down the hall.
Yeah, and she calls herself the Dragon.
Which sounds less like a strategic name and more like pure destructive chaos.
That's the distinction. Shanna is feral rage incarnate.
She's incredibly dangerous and powerful.
Smashing through heavy steel doors as she pursues Trey and Adriana.
Wow. They aren't fighting a soldier, they are avoiding a monster.
They are dodging a force of nature.
This forces Trey and Adriana to rely entirely on speed and evasion.
Highlighting the unpredictable danger of the Light siblings.
Okay, so they survive the spiritual threat and the feral threat.
Then the team moves to... Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, that whole, of course, scene of Ziana, of course, chasing Adrena and Trey through the facility. And, of course, I did like the other moments of the other characters fighting against the elite soldiers as well. And, of course, we kind of got that glimpse of them actually seeing Randy alive. So it's kind of a good thing, kind of like a tease, because it's like when Trey looked at Randy, it was like he was looking in a mirror. So the whole thing of Ziana was terrifying, especially as all the characters were running straight towards the elevator, trying to get out.
You absolutely nailed the terror of that scene, Keenan.
That moment with Shauna Lee is intensely visceral.
And you touched on a huge foreshadowing point.
That glimpse of Randy Henson in the facility.
Yeah, that look Trey gives him, seeing himself.
It's the central visual theme of the whole book.
Randy, the corrupted mirror, standing in the doorway.
He's the ultimate tragic figure of the saga.
And, as you noted, he seems torn in that moment.
He hesitated when he saw Victor and Brian.
Even though Shauna Lee was urging him to strike.
It's the first hint that the curse's control is fragile.
That familial love might still reside within him.
And it sets up the final, massive confrontation.
Where that mirror image will become incredibly important.
So the DC scene teases the ultimate emotional conflict.
Right, and while they survived that near disaster,
The team moves to dismantle the infrastructure at the Kentucky Showdown.
hitting the rebuilt Richmond facility next.
This is where the tactical team delivers some satisfying justice.
Indeed. This is where Sam Puckett shines, utilizing her skills.
Sam takes down Jay Briscoe,
Oh, Jay Briscoe, long time coming for that former
a
YouTuber.
longtime antagonist and former ally.
Yeah, Sam uses a brutal arm lock to pin him down,
It's a satisfying physical end to Jay's complicity.
reinforcing that not every conflict needs supernatural power.
Sometimes you just need a good, clean arm lock.
Sometimes you do, and Tyler Caldwell fully validates his role here.
Absolutely, Tyler uses his otherworldly powers instead.
He saves Trey from Michael Cobalt, who is cursed,
Tyler unleashes his specialized fire and lightning powers.
demonstrating that the Alliance of Light is structurally sound.
Okay, so by destroying the power source in Kentucky
And capturing Trojo, they dismantle the bases.
and move toward the inevitable final confrontation in the desert.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
Yes, the whole battle, of course, in Kentucky was kind of a good moment as well. And, of course, in the end, even though Michael and Jay were stopped, and, of course, they were betrayed by Sean Lee because he was actually lost his mind, of course, after they attacked DC. So, of course, the actual battle, of course, is actually in California when they find out that it's about to get attacked.
You are hitting on a crucial narrative turning point there, Keenan.
That Kentucky Showdown is absolutely pivotal.
Because you're right, Michael and Jay's defeat is one thing.
But the immediate betrayal by Sean Lee is the truly shocking element.
Sean Lee totally unhinged after the failures in New York and DC.
He viewed them as liabilities after their defeat.
So he arrives at the facility specifically to punish them.
He captures them, as the source tells us,
And, crucially, he rips the cursed energy right out of Michael's body.
absorbing it himself and becoming exponentially stronger.
That moment is an immediate power-up for the final villain.
But it's also the redemption for Michael and Jay.
They are instantly freed from the curse's control.
And they realize Sean Light is the true monster now,
This is what pushes them to switch sides,
setting up their amazing role in the California defense.
which, as you noted, is the very next point of conflict.
The sources confirmed Sean Light's plan was to hit California next.
The final link before the ultimate ritual in Arizona.
So after Kentucky, the action immediately shifts back west.
The heroes are fighting a mobile, evolving threat.
Now, after dismantling those bases, we move toward the inevitable.
The final confrontation in the Arizona desert.
All right, this is. Oh, yeah.
Yes, so of course, as for the highlights, of course, in California, of course, actually, all the heroes, of course, especially we kind of saw some, I guess, cameos. Of course, we saw Kamala Harris, and definitely, of course, the one that saved the day, of course, was Brian Roberts. He saved San Diego.
You are absolutely right, Keena. That is a fantastic highlight.
That battle for San Diego is huge, and Kamala Harris's role is critical.
Yeah, that's where the political and personal stakes truly collide.
Kamala Harris, the former vice president, now governor of California.
She stands up inside the safe haven facility.
She rallies the citizens, refusing to let Elon Musk become a dictator.
That speech is a major moment of public defiance.
And then she calls Brian Roberts to the podium.
That's where Brian's identity is fully revealed to the public,
He reveals he is the son of Randy Henson.
making him Trey's half-brother through Randy and Victor's brother,
He channels his late mother, Tessa Roberts, in his speech.
declaring that this is just another fight they will win together.
But the moment Brian saves the day is truly epic.
Yes, the source confirms that 5,000 elite super soldiers attack San Diego.
And Brian finds the creation node, generating them,
He unleashes a massive lightning orb.
destroying the generator and all 5,000 soldiers instantly.
That move saved the entire city of San Diego.
That's why he is seen as the hero of that specific battle.
It's his power, his dedication, and his public heroism that wins,
And of course, that victory sets him up for his eventual political role.
which we'll talk about later when he becomes Secretary of Defense.
So the California battle shows the heroism of the new generation.
And the power of a unified resistance.
Now, let's talk about the final confrontation.
This is the section where the saga hits its emotional zenith,
The focus shifts entirely to the Arizona desert.
the site of the ultimate ritual and the series' most critical moment.
The calm before the storm, and then the storm.
The heroes track the villains cross-country to this massive, ominous structure.
The sources call it the Dark Resurface, an obsidian building.
It looks like a tomb, clearly built for a dark ritual.
But, as is tradition, the primary heroes walk right into the trap.
Lure the hero into an arena where their family is the weapon.
Trey and Sam are ambushed and chained inside the facility.
And confronted by Sean Lei and Shauna Lee,
Sean Lee uses this moment to confirm his blame for Shen Li's death.
just twisting the knife, making it incredibly personal.
Always personal. And Sean Lee immediately plays his ultimate card.
The dramatic resurrection of Shen Lei.
He brings his dad back to witness his final victory.
The scene is framed dramatically, Shen Lai on a throne.
But the most devastating move is the placement of Randy Henson.
Trey's half-brother, standing right next to Shen Lai,
Randy is fully cursed, his eyes radiating pure red.
and immediately ordered to kill Trey. That's the ultimate test.
Setting up the ultimate test. A fight of love, not power.
This moment is arguably the pinnacle of the saga's emotional arc.
The curse attempts to destroy itself through familial murder.
It truly is. And it's Brian and Victor, his sons, who charge their father first.
Refusing to accept the supernatural control over him.
They don't fight him, not really. They use memory and love.
What do they say to him?
They cry out the definitive line, "Dad, we're your sons, remember."
Just pleading with the essence of their father.
And the sources detail the internal struggle this triggers in Randy.
The curse fighting against decades of human connection.
You feel it. Randy's cursed, red eyes momentarily flicker.
The darkness tries desperately to hold him.
But the memories of his life fled back immediately.
The love for Victor, Gabriella, Brian, and Savannah.
All those connections overwhelm the curse's control.
And in a stunning, profound moment, the curse breaks.
Just like that, love and memory win the war.
Randy is instantly freed from the Henson curse's control.
Dropping his weapon and embracing his sons in relief.
It's the ultimate statement of the entire saga.
The curse cannot withstand genuine human bond and forgiveness.
Wow. Randy's redemption is the moment the two-century conflict truly ends.
The curse is defeated by one man choosing family over rage.
It fundamentally changes the dynamic of the final power struggle.
Shen Li, witnessing his ultimate weapon shatter and the vessel redeemed, realizes he's losing.
He panics. What's it? Yep, go on.
Yes, and of course we actually
What
see
is Shen Li's desperate move, you ask?
That's a perfect question for this pivotal moment.
He immediately escalates the supernatural threat.
Shen Li, realizing he has lost his ultimate weapon, Randy.
He summons his ultimate backup plan.
He calls forth Carlos Shatowski
Carlos Shatowski, who is the evil brother of the ancestral guide Shatowski.
and Carlos
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yes, and of course before that, of course, of Alondra and Shitachi basically took out, of course, Ryan and Shinandria, so that kind of makes sense of Shinli to go to his final, of course, plan. And of course, he basically betrayed his own two children because they did not notice that it would go this far because he was angry at them because of how Sean became so rich after he died.
That is an excellent observation, Tina.
You're connecting the entire timeline perfectly.
You're right. The two ancestors, Ryan and Shenandria, were eliminated just before this.
Alondra, one of the good ancestors, took him out.
That's right. She sealed them away just prior to the final showdown.
This meant Shen Li had already lost two powerful generals.
That's why he was so dependent on Randy Henson.
And when Randy's control broke, Shen Li truly panicked
His move to summon Carlos Shatowski was a desperate final gamble.
because all of his primary forces were gone or redeemed.
And you touched on a stunning detail there, the betrayal of his own children.
It's incredible. Shen Li was resurrected to witness victory.
But he ended up verbally tearing down Sean and Shauna Lee instead,
He was enraged that Sean had profited from his death.
calling them weaklings for making themselves rich instead of powerful.
And we're dealing with Elon Musk instead of taking the presidency himself.
It revealed Shen Li's ego was bigger than his love for his children,
That moment shows the total corruption of the Lai family legacy.
which is why Shen Li had to resort to a literal distraction like Carlos.
To mask his failure as a father and as a villain.
This is a desperate distraction by Shen Li as Carlos appears.
Shen Li, desperate, relies only on his self-declared power.
He is shouting that he is immortal.
Which is pretty much always famous last words in these sagas.
Precisely. Because Shen Li's power is instantly rendered obsolete.
By the full, final manifestations of Trey Alexander's light energy.
This is the moment Trey stops being defined by the curse's shadow.
He steps fully into his own light.
That final, hidden strength the good ancestors knew he possessed.
He doesn't need the blue psychic blast this time.
He unleashes pure, concentrated light energy itself,
The sources describe it as a blinding blast of light.
which strikes Carlos Shatatsky directly, annihilating it.
Oh, back to our listener. What's up?
Yes, of course, as Trey tried to, of course, stop, of course, Shitachi, Carlos, I meant to say, and he actually could not stop him, and of course, the one that saved the day, of course, was Randy.
You are 100% on the money there, Tina.
You're right. Trey's initial attempt to stop Carlos failed.
He hits Carlos with his blue energy, which stuns him.
But Carlos is too powerful, still laughing at Trey's effort.
He was about to deliver a huge energy ball to finish Trey.
And Trey was frozen in fear, thinking his life was over.
The one who ultimately saved the day, as you noted, was his half-brother, Randy Henson.
Randy, newly freed from the curse, steps up.
That's right. Randy is a redeemed man, saves the hero.
He unleashes a brighter-than-the-sun blast of pure energy.
That energy first strikes Shenli, knocking him out of the way.
And then the second blast hits Carlos Shatatsky.
That hit is what literally destroys Carlos, who screams.
It's the ultimate act of atonement by Randy.
Defeating the monster Shenli forced him to become.
Randy's redemption is the true saving grace in that moment.
It allows Trey the opening to deal the final blow to Shenli.
It's a key distinction. Randy saves Trey from Carlos.
And Trey then finishes the rest of the job.
So after that devastating blast that hits Carlos,
Carlos screams as his form literally unravels into ash and light.
This collapse then destroys the black vortex.
That vortex was the Dark Company's supernatural anchor, now gone.
Incredible. And the heroes waste no time sealing the deal on Shenli.
Shenli, still screaming about his immortality, is overpowered.
As his physical form shattered by focused fire.
The tactical team. Sam, George, Ricardo, and Kevin.
A truly necessary team effort to overpower him physically.
Once his physical vessel is broken, his spirit is immediately dragged away.
Right into the ancient seal, vanishing forever.
Sealed away for good this time, ensuring absolutely no return.
And with the destruction of Shenli and the redemption of Randy.
The sources unequivocally confirm the Henson family curse is broken.
Done. Finished. That generational spiritual nightmare is over.
Wow. After such immense tension, the saga delivers genuine, quiet closure.
The farewell to the father. Oh, yeah. Go on.
So, of course, after that, of course, the battle, of course, is that, of course, Shitachi and Brayson and Alondra were basically draining of power because of their powers. Of course, they would go back to sleep. But, of course, one last resort, of course, Shitachi basically made Alondra stay resurrected, and she stayed alive.
You are absolutely right, Kian, to highlight that moment.
That is the final, essential piece of the ancestral arc.
Shitachi's final act is deeply emotional and defining.
He and Brayson, having fulfilled their purpose, were fading.
They successfully sealed away Ryan and Shenandria.
But Alondra, his daughter, was also flickering.
She was barely conscious, her spiritual body ready to return to rest.
Shitachi makes a profound sacrifice right there.
He transfers his remaining life force into her.
That golden light energy flows into Alondra,
He gives her new life as a human.
allowing her to stay with the man she loves, Brian Roberts.
It's his final, selfless gift to the future generation.
He ensures the lineage of light continues in a physical form.
And Alondra wakes up fully human, no longer a spirit.
That's the beautiful, earned conclusion for the spiritual heroes.
With the curse broken and their purpose complete, Shitachi and Brayson fade away.
They find rest in peace after centuries of fighting this evil.
That brings us to the final moments of closure for the heroes.
This farewell to the father section provides that necessary emotional release.
Yeah, the peace is hard won, and you absolutely feel it here.
Randy Henson fades peacefully, his soul finally cleansed and freed.
After sharing that final, crucial moment of reconciliation with his sons.
Which must have been everything for Brian and Victor.
Absolutely. Randy also shares a fascinating piece of trivia with Trey.
Linking the familial legacy to the heroes like Tyler Caldwell.
Tyler is based on a film Randy was producing.
A film about their shared father, Darnell Alexander. Whoa.
It's that cool full circle connection that we all love.
It finalizes the theme that the true heroes were always tied together.
And Gabriella, who watched this entire saga, finally finds peace as well.
Absolutely. Gabriella's spear appears, reunited briefly with Brian.
Before she fades away, her soul finally finding serenity.
Her tragic life and purpose have been fulfilled. Closure for her, too.
Okay, so having achieved...
Oh, yeah,
Well, in some ways, Gabriella was only in the memory of Randy because that's what he actually saw, because he thought Gabriella would be at peace just like how he's finally freed. So he can see, is kind of foreshadowing that maybe she might be still out there.
That is such a thoughtful insight into that final scene, Keenan.
Wow, you're looking for the meta narrative there.
You're touching on a fundamental question of the curse's breaking.
Was that appearance of Gabriella just for Randy's own peace of mind?
The sources suggest Gabriella's spirit did appear to Trey earlier, too.
Yes, in The Lost Sun, she appeared to Trey, all glowing in white light.
And she told him, "You freed me from the curse, and now I can rest."
She even kisses him and fades away after freeing him from the curse.
So she was freed and found peace then.
Randy seeing her at the end of book 6, or even just remembering her.
It definitely reinforces that she was now fully free of Shenandria's possession.
And Trey himself finds peace when he sees her spirit is at rest.
Her whole purpose, sadly, was tied to the curse and Trey's protection.
And once that curse was broken, there was closure for her.
So whether Randy saw her spirit or a profound memory,
it definitively sealed the fact that her tragic arc was finished.
The curse could no longer use her or her history.
And that peace for Gabriella is essential for Trey to move forward with Aaliyah.
It allows the focus to shift entirely to the dismantling of the Dark Company's power.
The heroes have achieved a personal and ancestral victory.
Now,
go for it.
And of course, we kind of saw the, reason of now Brian kind of now know how his father was and actually know how he was born. So that was a good resource there.
You are absolutely right, Ken, and that is a powerful observation.
That moment of revelation for Brian is deeply emotional.
Finally knowing the full story of his birth.
And the sacrifice Randy Hinston made for his mother, Tessa Roberts.
Randy tells Brian that he died on the same day Brian was born.
January 25th, 2000.
And that Tessa was locked in the basement by Savannah, Randy's wife.
The betrayal and the pain on his birthday.
Randy was killed while trying to save Tessa.
And Randy confirms to Brian that he was born into darkness.
But that he brought light, which was Randy's final hope.
Knowing that whole story validates Brian's entire life's mission.
Why he became a police officer to fight the evil system.
The honor of his father, Randy, and his mother, Tessa.
It's the ultimate closure for Brian's personal history.
It transforms his dedication into a powerful legacy.
And, of course, that closure empowers his future political role.
His commitment to making the world safer.
In honor of that legacy.
It's a key part of the Farewell to the Fathers section.
Where both Randy and Shitachi give their final gifts.
Okay, with the ancestral victory secured.
The heroes pivot to dismantle the corrupted infrastructure.
This is where we look at the definitive resolution of the Dark Company's power.
No rest for the good guys, even in the Arizona desert.
Not yet. The first step is securing the human leadership.
Which happens during the final chase and capture.
The heroes pursue Sean Lee and Sean Lee across the Arizona desert.
Shanna, still desperate, is launching frantic energy blasts.
She's not going quietly, still fighting until the end at feral rage.
But Adriana, utilizing her superhuman speed, makes the critical move.
She manages to yank Sean Lee right out of the muscle car,
causing Sean Lee to crash his vehicle into a stone barrier.
After Layla's homing blast connects, both siblings are captured.
Just like that, the two... Oh, yeah,
Yes, of course, Diana was captured first, and of course it kind of led to a little bit fight, of course, against Trey and Sean. So it kind of concludes that moment.
That's a perfect encapsulation of that final chase, Tina.
You're right. Shauna being captured first sets up the finale.
Her being violently pulled out by Adriana.
Yeah, that takes Sean Lie off the rails completely.
It leads directly to that last intense one-on-one fight.
The moment Sean Lie loses all control and goes psycho.
He's defeated, having lost his army and now his sister.
And he focuses all that final rage onto Trey Alexander.
He just wants to destroy the man who beat his father.
The sources describe him losing his mind entirely in that scene.
He unleashes everything he has in a hybrid martial arts attack.
Lightning fast punches, precision kicks.
But Trey, utilizing his awakened abilities and the chain style,
he fights back with that final surging blue aura.
He uses pure focus to deliver that last ultimate palm strike.
That one hit that launches Sean Lee across the desert.
Ending the Lee family vendetta with Sean captured in handcuffs.
So yes, the capture of Shauna was the trigger.
And that final desperate fight with Sean was the conclusion.
The two human leaders are secured and neutralized.
Which shifts the focus entirely to the political tyrant.
The fall of the tyrant must follow immediately.
The Dark Company was essentially weaponized by the highest office.
Right. And it's Alondra, Brian, and Victor who lead the charge.
confronting President Elon Musk directly in the Oval Office.
That had to be an intense scene to witness, a real collision.
I imagine so. The sources confirm the satisfying defeat.
Musk is not killed, he is impeached and violently overthrown.
So, a political resolution, not just brute force.
Yes, Alondra grabs him, and Brian unleashes a surge of electricity.
That neutralizes Musk and his remaining loyalists immediately.
This is a crucial distinction, the manner of defeat.
Ancestral enemies were destroyed, the political enemy was publicly defeated.
Restoring legitimate global order and justice.
And this political victory establishes a new world order.
Brian Roberts is appointed as the Secretary of Defense.
Yep, a perfect reflection of his strategic mind and dedication.
We touched on this. He uses his new power to make the world safer.
In honor of his mother and the legacy of Randy Henson.
That's fitting. The former victim is now preventing resurgence.
Exactly. With the global threat neutralized, the team dynamic shifts.
The saga moves into the farewells and continuing mission.
Right. The team Oh, go for it.
Yes, and of course, Kamala Harris became president, and of course, the world was kind of restored, and of course, we kind of see a kind of good moment with Tyler and Trey finally seeing each other for the very first time.
That's a perfect summary of the political and personal outcomes, Keenan.
You are absolutely right about the massive change in leadership.
Kamala Harris becoming the president is the capstone.
It's the ultimate restoration of hope after the tyranny of Musk.
And that moment between Trey and Tyler Caldwell is truly earned.
They share a profound moment after the dust settles.
Tyler, the angelic warrior, given Trey his contact card.
He calls Trey a warrior, just like TDZ always said.
It's a passing of the torch, connecting Trey to the bigger universe.
A huge moment, and then Tyler steps into his glowing portal.
Right back to the TVZ universe, mission complete.
That handshake signifies the success of their temporary alliance.
The world is restored, and the heroes immediately recognize the need for ongoing vigilance.
They are not disbanding the team, just refining their focus.
Exactly. George, Ricardo, Lila, and Troy form a new, dedicated team.
They will protect the East Coast, refocusing their efforts there.
This reinforces that while the curse is broken, cults still exist.
The fight isn't completely over, just different now.
And we see remarkable redemption from former antagonists.
Which is always a satisfying surprise when it happens.
It is. Michael and Jay Briscoe are given a clear path toward atonement.
They redeemed themselves by converting the Kentucky facility.
The very site the heroes stormed earlier is now a new resource.
Into a research center dedicated to helping Victor track hidden cults.
Oh, wow. Using the enemy's tools against them, that's smart.
This shows a true healing of the organization.
Technology and resources previously used for evil are redirected.
And Adriana's farewell is perhaps the most surprising personal detail.
It certainly is. Adriana returns to TVZ's universe.
But she reveals to Trey that she has a whole family there.
2 boys and 1 girl. A whole family. Who never knew that?
This personal context grounds her fight for peace completely.
Her mission complete, she returns home to them, finding her own closure.
That adds a lot of depth to her character looking back.
It really does. Trey receives immense gratitude from others.
Cementing his role as the world's savior.
Alan Jones, the individual Trey, saved in the very first book.
He returns to express his deep gratitude for Trey's heroism.
And Ashley Bates, Trey's confidant regarding his trauma.
Confirms her immense pride that Trey was able to unlock his potential.
And end the curse that controlled Gabriella. The support system comes through.
Which all culminates in the Alexander family piece.
Finally, Trey returns home to Aaliyah and Gisela.
Finally achieving balance as both a hero and a devoted family man.
The ending provides massive, earned closure for Trey's personal trauma.
He fulfilled his promise to Gabriella to protect their son.
And broke the generational curse that ruined her life.
He reflects that Aaliyah is the stone that keeps me whole.
Recognizing that his power comes from his stability and his chosen family.
It is the perfect definitive conclusion to this arc.
Until the very last page, which introduces the ultimate chilling, lingering shadow.
Yeah. Despite the definitive victory.
Despite the curse being broken, despite Shenmue being sealed.
The peace is shockingly and violently subverted in the final moments.
What happens with Triton, Trey's son, in the epilogue?
Triton. He's in the
Yes, of course, as before, of course, that moment, of course, as the other characters, you kind of see Alyssa having a moment with Trey of knowing that he's family. And, of course, we kind of got information from Billy and, of course, Roger as well. As you see, they actually have connections to Gabriella as well. And all the other characters joining together and forming new teams. And, of course, Triton it's kind of the shocking point that we're about to get to now.
You are absolutely right, Keenan, to connect all those final threads.
That moment with Elisa is powerful.
She gives Trey that hug and calls him cousin.
She cements that familial connection for him.
Yeah, confirming Trey has family back to him up.
And you touched on Billy and Roger's history with Gabriella.
Roger was Gabriella's friend from foster care.
He even helped her get the mansion she later trapped him in.
A truly tragic backstory for Roger.
And Billy knew her from the past as well.
It shows how deep Gabriella's web of connections was.
It adds incredible depth to the secondary characters.
Roger was later turned into a super soldier.
But he was sent back to Billy as a gift from Gabriella's spirit.
Which is a beautiful final moment of redemption for her.
It shows her intent was always protection.
And yes, the new teams were formed, ensuring vigilance.
The East Coast is protected by George, Ricardo, Lila, and Troy.
So all the pieces are set for the future.
Which brings us, Keenan, to the ultimate chilling, lingering shadow.
That shocking and violent subversion in the final moments.
What happens with Triton, Trey's son, in the epilogue?
Triton, he's in the mental institution, right?
He was there for his own safety and protection.
Suddenly, he feels the darkness reemerge inside him.
He ignores the sense of peace he felt with his father earlier.
Red veins appear on his skin. His eyes glow crimson.
And a crooked smile spreads across his face.
As he hears insidious voices telling him to continue the legacy.
Oh, come on. After everything, the darkness finds a new host.
The narrative suggests that the darkness persists within the last descendant.
The curse may be broken ancestrally for the family line,
but the corruption has internalized itself in the next generation,
setting the stage for an Evil Thing 7 Dark Man.
So it's not truly over for the Alexanders, is it?
This twist suggests the curse wasn't merely a magical illness.
Instead, it was a corrupting ideology, a mind virus.
That can be willingly embraced by the new generation.
So the darkness is now a choice Triton is making on his own.
It seems like it, focusing the conflict onto a single, terrifyingly concentrated host.
So what does this conclusion mean for the entire Dark Company saga?
Well, the organization, both as a political entity and an ancestral force, is definitively dismantled.
Right. Ancestors gone, Shenlei sealed, Musk overthrown. Done.
Done. This massive conflict concludes with Trey realizing his full potential as a hero.
Protecting his family not through inherited magic, but through his own light energy.
Making him the world's true savior through his own will and love.
Exactly. Trey, who started the saga as a victim, overcomes the shadow of the past.
His character arc is one of true self-discovery and ultimate redemption.
Fueled entirely by the family he created and the forgiveness he championed.
Yeah, he proved that choice and love are more powerful than blood and rage.
Which is a great message to end this part of the series on.
And this leaves us with the critical, unresolved question of the saga's future.
If Randy Henson's redemption definitively broke the Henson family curse itself,
why does Triton, the sun, still succumb to the darkness?
That's $1 million question, isn't it?
Oh
yeah, let's hear it.
Well, I guess I can answer that, of course, as Randy was originally part of the curse because it was part of his family, because his mother is a Henson, so that's the reason why. And of course, Triton is the last descendant, and that's the reason why it still connects to him, because of Gabriella. And of course, the whole arc ends with Trey's character arc.
Keenan, that is a profoundly insightful way to look at it.
You just answered our $1 million question. Thank you.
You're right. Randy was a full bloodline descendant through his mother.
Randy's mother, Savannah Baswell, was linked to the curse.
And that's why the curse controlled Randy and Gabriella so fully. Hey, yeah, what's up?
Well, not Savannah, but his mother is kind of a mystery because we don't know her yet. Savannah was his wife.
Well, that is a critical clarification.
Thank you for the correction, Keenan.
You're absolutely right. Savannah Baswell was his wife.
Savannah was Gabriella's mother.
Yes, and Randy's mother, the one who links him to the curse, is still a mystery.
But the sources confirm Randy was half Native American and half African.
And we know Savannah, his wife, was a white woman.
So Randy's bloodline link to the curse must come from the unnamed mother.
That still holds the core idea that Randy was part of the curse's family.
Precisely. The curse was still flowing through him because of that lineage.
And that's why the curse controlled Randy and Gabriella fully.
They were direct conduits for that generational darkness.
And Triton being the very last descendant of that line.
He is the final biological host for the remaining corruption.
The curse needed that one pure bloodline connection to persist.
Even after the ancestors were sealed, that corruption remained.
So Triton is the critical focal point because of Gabriella's lineage.
The ultimate ideological corruption lives within the last true vessel.
And that corruption is now entirely self-generated by the boy.
It is the curse choosing to live on as pure psychological malice.
A profound choice made by the next generation.
It's become something else entirely, a new fight for Trey.
Something for you to mull on as you process this intense conclusion.
It perfectly sets the stage for the next book in Evil Thing 7 Dark Man.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the conclusion of the Dark Company's saga.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us through all that history and betrayal.
We hope this analysis gave you all the essential insights you needed to be well informed.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for having me on. And of course, yes, the next story will be in Evil Thing 7 Dark Man. It's definitely going to be a very great one as well, especially horror. And of course, soon we will be doing Shadows of Embrace, Gabriella's origin story as well, too.
Well, thank you for being here, Keenan.
Yeah, that is a huge announcement.
Hearing that an Evil Thing 7 Dark Man is going to be heavy on the horror is fascinating.
Given that Triton is now the focus, that makes perfect, terrifying sense.
And, of course, that is going to follow up this arc perfectly.
Because it's a completely new internal conflict.
And we are incredibly excited for Shadows of Embrace.
Yes, Gabriella's origin story.
We know from the sources that it's called an Evil Thing Origins Series Book 1 Shadows of Embrace.
Which suggests we will finally learn the secrets.
Like her struggles during the time in foster care.
The trauma from being abused by her step-parents.
And why she felt the need to post that dark message.
The one about struggling not to show her inner self.
And needing someone to help her, but choosing the darkness instead.
It's the key to understanding the villain that started everything.
That's essential context for the entire saga.
It's going to fill in so many narrative gaps for us.
So thank you for sharing that sneak peek with us, Keenan.
We truly appreciate you joining us for this entire deep dive.
It's been an honor having the author with us.
Until next time, keep those lights on and keep reading.
We'll see you for the next deep... Yep, go on.
Definitely, I will be on the next episode, of course, and the next episode will probably be Shadows of Embrace, so we probably will start with that one first. Then, of course, we will start the new saga, Legacy Saga, with Darkman.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic news.
Having you back to discuss Shadows of Embrace will be incredible.
Yeah, starting with Gabriella's origin story first makes perfect sense.
It gives us all that necessary context before Triton's story begins.
It sets up the whole Legacy Saga so well.
And we know Shadows of Embrace is called the origins of Gabriella Henson.
We're finally going to understand why the darkness chose her.
Yeah, all the way back to an evil thing.
Thank you so much for that confirmation.
That truly sounds like the perfect next step.
We're excited to dive deep into that with you.
Well, thank you again for your time today.
It's been an honor, Keenan.
We'll see you for the next deep dive.
Keep those lights on and keep reading.